All praises to Yahawah, Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Makar double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is going to be a video on something that I saw on a video I saw yesterday about some guy. It was just these guys, man, and they was boasting, right? And they was talking very proudly, man, about all of their achievements, right? And then there was questioning and talking outwardly towards everybody else and saying there's certain people in their life and all of this that have never achieved nothing. They've never did this and they've never did that, right? And the way I was talking was getting on my nerves, man, right? The level of pride that he was speaking with, because the thing that he actually needed, that's necessary, that's going to matter in a day that the world is not ready for, he does not have, right? He does not have that thing. But he's became proud in his worldly achievements. But God set up men that are wiser than him in reality, but it isn't manifest to people like that yet. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 25, because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. Whereas that's what this world would expect, would be the people that hold the wisdom, the people that have got the most degrees, the people that have got PhDs, the people that have got articles that they've wrote, right? The people that have got books that they've wrote and sold, right? The people that do university lectures, college lectures, right? The people with doctorates and all of these things, they'd think that that's the measure of who's who. The people that have won world titles, the people that have got the biggest muscles, the people that have got the nicest cars, that have got the most yachts, the most jets, the people that own islands. That's what it would seem as though those are the people that understand, because when you look at their lives, you see things. You see physical, tangible things that you can say, okay, this is what they're doing with their life. Whereas there's a whole other group of people in the world that when people look at their lives for tangible things like houses and all of these kind of things, you won't see the evidence of that. The evidence for that is not there. And the evidence for what these people believe in, to a certain degree, is not there, right? It's there for those that are looking diligently for it. But for the world, people of the world, that they're looking for it, they don't see it. So they don't see why you would need to believe in God. They don't understand that. It doesn't make no sense to them. They're like, why? I don't understand why people believe in this. It doesn't make any sense to me. They don't get it, right? Verse 27, but God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the things, right? Excuse me, but God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, right? God chose people that this world views as foolish to confound the things that this world says are wise. And there's a video that stands out to me every now and again, and I've got it on a playlist somewhere on this channel that people can see. I think that the playlist is called Apostles Teachings or something like that, right? And it's a video of Apostle Tahar talking with a guy that calls himself a Renaissance man, and he's like meant to be some big time guy in some art, in some colleges and all of these things, right? And Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar just start asking him just a few questions, man. They ain't even getting angry, they don't even get hyped, they don't even really change the tone of their voice, man, right? And this guy was all cocky initially with his woman on the side and all of that, right? Laughing as they're talking, as he's going past. But then as soon as I started asking him a few questions, he wasn't laughing no more, and he got up the street, man, showing that these people are not nowhere near as smart as they think they are, right? And God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the thing which are mighty. So the people that don't really have no power in this world, through the spirit of the Bible, man, can make these people in this world look stupid, right? If we start talking to any of these people, after a while, they ain't going to be cocky no more. They ain't going to be confident no more. And all they'll be able to fall back on is, oh, how much money do you make? Oh, but I'm stronger than you. I could kick your ass. Okay, you still be a demon though. I'll just have my ass kicked, but you'll still be a demon. Oh, I've got a degree. Okay, you've got a degree. What's your nationality? They don't know. Okay, You've got all this money. What does this word mean? You tell me. Oh, but I thought you were so intelligent though, right? I thought you were so intelligent, all you people. So you people in this world thought you were so intelligent, but the year 2020, the year 2021, the year 2022, and the year 2023 have revealed that you people are not nowhere near as smart as you think you are, or as smart as you thought you were, right? That revealed that real quick to me, that you people are not nowhere near as smart as you think you are. Verse 28, and the base things of the world, and the thing which are despised, because people don't like the people that teach the Bible. The people that teach the Bible ain't viewed as the most handsome men in the world. They're not going to be viewed as like Absalom. You know what I mean? They ain't going to be viewed like Denzel. Even if there was a brother or elder or teacher that looked like Denzel Washington, just because he's teaching the word of the Bible, people would try and make out like they don't look like Denzel anymore. You know what I mean? They'd say, nah, you don't, nah, you don't look like that. Right? The words of the Bible make men look ugly to this world. It makes you be despised to this world. So a guy that might have been whatever he was in the world, believing in God, all of a sudden that his face will change to their eyes, man. Their eyes ain't gonna view his face, his stature, the same way as they previously did. And the world will slowly turn on them. Verse 28, and the basement of the world and the thing which are despised have Yahawah chosen, yea, and the thing which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence, because the people that have got the knowledge can't glory, because they only got it because Yahawah chose them. And there weren't nothing glorious about them for why he should choose them. So it's a mystery to even themselves why they know such great things from the Bible, right? Whereas the people that are in the world, even though they might have things that they could glory in, they can't glory because they don't have the greatest thing. And the greatest thing that is worth anything really, they do not have access to. So how can they glory? Neither party can glory in this situation, man. Because when you understand the faith and the gift and the knowledge that people have, it's a gift that you cannot receive, that you can't go out of your way to get that for yourself, right? You either got it or you don't. Simple as that. Now, let me go to this, because when people talk proudly, man, it's a sign that something bad is gonna come their way soon, man. It's a sign that something. And the way guy was talking, he was talking real proud, man, because now he's came into some big time money, right? He's came into some big money, talking about how he wants to be like, man. He was just talking reckless, man. In my opinion, anyway. But I'm not even gonna say who it was, because people can use their own imagination to imagine all the people in the world that talk like this. It's not just any one person. It's a spirit of pride that these people have on them, right? But then they always forget to mention all the dodgy stuff that they've did behind the scenes to make that money. That's the bit that they never want to tell. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 and verse 17. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what God and his counsel have decreed of him, and to what end the Lord have set him in safety. Because when all's said and done, man, these people are going to see people that believe in the Lord receive something that they never even imagined in their life. And they're going to be like, man, I thought I was doing something when I did all this, but all the things that I worked all my life for, now they're gone. And now these people have received this. And now I wish that I could have received that, right? Like if men were getting groupies for owning lettuce in 2023, right? So the person who grows the biggest lettuces gets groupies and gets women, gets considered the greatest man in the world, right? People would all be growing lettuce right now. Most people would be growing lettuce, right? But then if it turned out that actually the thing that really mattered were plums, then all the people that have got plums are gonna be the people that are like, wow, man, I should have been growing plums. Now, I used that silly analogy, right? It was kind of out there, but I used that as an example to show that all these people in the world, they've been going about one way of life, but really it's something else. And I could have used another analogy. You're studying for maths, but it turns out you should have been studying for science, right? You're going to be stumped. You ain't going to be able to pass that test. Like how these people have been studying and training in wisdom, riches, might. But the real thing that they should have been studying is understanding and knowing Yahawah. Verse 18, they shall see him and despise him, but God shall laugh them to scorn, and they shall be hereafter a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore, because these people are going to be like, man, I wish that I did this, I wish that I did that. And they're going to hate the people that have got the thing that they can't have, but they're not going to be able to do nothing. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquity shall convince them to their faith, because they're going to know how they were living. They're going to know that there was like, oh, I don't follow any particular religion, but I believe in God. But I'm spiritual. And then it turns out that the spirit that they're following is some evil demon, but they never mention that when they're boasting and they want to flexing. They say, everyone's got the same 24 hours in a day at the end of the day. We've all got the same 24 hours at the end of the day, right? They'll come with one of these written lines that everyone regurgitates, but they'll forget to mention the dodgy stuff that they did behind the scenes, man. The dodgy deeds that they did, the things that were dodgy, yeah? They'll forget to mention that when they're boasting on everyone else. They'll always forget that bit, man. Every time. And just try and make out like them women that go to Dubai, man. They go to Dubai, like these women that are always on Instagram, and they're always on all these boats and yachts, and you're like, hang on. It's expensive to be on these things. How are they always there in all these different countries? And I don't see them with nobody else. It's just them, right? And they've got all this money, but they don't really mention what they do for a living. You know what I mean? And these things that they're doing are expensive. Well, them women don't like to admit how they really get that stuff, right? But we know what they're doing to get that money, don't we? And they know too. But they ain't going to admit that stuff because it's embarrassing to them. Just like how the people that have followed after the left-hand side that boast about being celebs, right, celebrities, and boast about their riches, they don't want to admit on the things that Dave did because it's embarrassing to them. And because secrecy is part of the deal. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labours. So you people better watch out with all your pride that you're talking, man. Because there's going to be men that just believe in God. And I say just, but really that's the greatest thing they could do. But they're going to be men that haven't did none of the things that you've did. And they're going to receive a great reward on the earth than you. They're going to end up in a greater position on earth than you. And you was chasing credits on the screen. But these people are going to own lands, which is things that you people in this world don't really even, not really, man. You don't really care for that. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for, because what's coming on the earth, most people have not predicted this, man. They've heard about, UFOs and all of this stuff, but they think, it's aliens and it's going to look like green men with one big eye and one small eye that got like a weird circle cone head type thing, and they're green, like they're short, they're only 4 foot tall, they've got a lot, but they're 4 foot tall, but they got long fingers, and they talk in a backwards weird language and that, or they talk through telekinesis and all that. They've thought about that. They've thought about anything else than that they just look like so-called black people, taller and bigger and stronger versions of what so-called black men look like, and that some of them have 4 heads, and some of them heads look like animals, lions, eagles, They ain't considered that. They ain't consider that that could be the case. Verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Because they're going to remember that time when they saw a video, right? And that they was talking recklessness like, man, this is never going to happen. The things that these people believe are just completely ridiculous. They're going to remember what they said. They're going to remember what they heard being said was going to happen. And they're going to remember what they said in response to what was said was going to happen. And they're going to be like, man, that stuff, what they said is scary, but it's never going to happen anyway. So this is BS. And then they're going to live to see that actually it's not BS. And they're going to remember what they heard was going to happen. And they're going to know it's going to happen. And that's going to cut them to the heart, man. Verse 4, we fools account his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God and his lot among the saints? They're going to be like, how can this be? I thought these guys were bums. Therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have known it, because they're going to know that their ways were wicked then. They're going to know that whatever God they thought they believed in and all the things that they thought they was doing that was right, that actually that was wickedness. Because the Spirit of the Lord, the right hand of the Lord, is going to overpower all the previous belief systems of the time. Every belief system that exists right now is going to be overpowered to the max by Yahawah. Yahawah isn't going to be a joint rulership with any of these heathen gods. And they, oh, well, okay, we'll split the land of Israel. Or you get the land of Israel on Wednesday to Thursday. And we'll get it from Friday to Sunday. Or we'll do 4 days on, 4 days off. We split Israel. No. We're getting the whole thing thanks to Yahawah. Yahawah is going to have all people on the earth bow down. There ain't going to be no joint rulership between Yahawah and the rest of the world. That's not happening. Verse 8, what of pride profit with us? Because you people have been talking reckless. You've been talking out the mouth a lot, man. And thinking that it wasn't heard, but you've been talking and saying a lot of things, man. Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? What good was that money that you was boasting on? And when you was flexing on your achievements and talking about other people's money and talking about it in a way like you're mocking people that you think are poor, right? And you was mocking them, laughing about how you're going to make them be even more poor. Or laughing that people ain't prepared to do the same things as you are to get rich because you think, oh, that's an idiot. Or why don't he just worship the same thing that I'm worshipping? So that he can get that money as well, because not everyone wants to worship Satan like you guys. That's why. Some people want to worship Yahawah, Ba'asham Yahawah. But you people will hear that name and you'll say, nah, that ain't nothing. But we're going to see. Let me jump down to verse 13 and I might end it there. Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness, because you people are going to realize that everything that you was following was wicked, man. And it's going to cut you all to the heart. And I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahawah, Ba'asham Yahawah, Ba'asham Bakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.